What's going on, everyone? This is Quillen Black, QBanks on Instagram. Today I'm going to be doing a review over some daily products or daily technology that I use on my daily basis when it comes to like my trading life. And every trader out there knows that we pretty much live on our phone, our laptops, our desktops, like everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that could pretty much make us see the charts, we have to be on it to actually keep track of what's going on. All right. So I have a bunch of dope devices here that I'm going to be actually going over, tell you the price points of them, the recommendations, the pros and cons of like when it comes to certain charting softwares on there, such as MT4, TradingView. Just so people that's just getting started in trading, they pretty much know what route they could go and what they could be looking for when it comes to spending on certain things. Okay, so first things first, I have my daily. I have my iPhone 11 Plus Pro, the highest one. This right here is pretty much the daily, mainly because when it comes to MT4 and TradingView, I could actually see both pretty crisp for the most part. Not TradingView too much, but when it comes to using MT4 on a daily basis, it's very functional as far as whenever I'm on the charts on MT4 on here. Whenever I'm on the charts, looking at certain setups and that kind of thing, I could actually easily and smoothly zoom in, zoom out, close trades. I have the one-click tool on here that works pretty good as well. You know what I'm saying? And seeing the screen size is pretty big, you could actually see a good amount of the chart on here, which definitely comes in handy when it comes to even just analyzing on the go. When it comes to closing out certain trades on this phone also, it's very seamless. Swipe right, check, close, and then confirm it on the next page. It's very seamless for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It's not as fast as it could be if it comes to like you actually trading on like a desktop. But at the same time, it's definitely it's functional and it's fast enough when it comes to using an iPhone at least. All right, but seeing how it looks very good as far as the resolution, it's more than worth it at the end of the day. Price point on this phone, you're looking at around it could be around $1,000 through like around $1,200 depending on the gigs that you actually get for this phone. But seeing how we're on it every single day, it's more than worth it. I feel like you should definitely invest into the tools that you use for your craft. And yeah, like I don't worry about the price too much because this is what I make money on as well, so why not? Next up, we have this right here is a Pixel 3. The Pixel 3 is not bad at all, but personally I do not like it for MT4 or TradingView. But I feel like it's kind of like a backup phone in a sense. But price point for this, you're looking at around $600, and I bought this years ago. But at the same time, now you can probably find one of these for probably in the mid threes or in the mid 400s. Definitely worth it for a backup phone. But when it comes to MT4 on this, as you guys may know, if you guys have Androids out there, it has one cool function that's not on the iPhone, and that's when you actually are on the chart screen, you click on the screen and it has the wheel of all of your time frames. So that's probably the only benefit of MT4 on this operating system. But besides that, I feel like MT4 on this phone is very laggy. It's I feel like it's like a little longer process when it comes to closing the trade also. It's not as fluid as it is on the iPhone. And yeah, like I don't really recommend it all too much, like when it comes to MT4 or trading on the go with this. But definitely if it's a startup phone for if you're trying to get into trading, it's worth it. But if you have the profits for it, or whenever you get like a nice investment, definitely invest into an iPhone as well. I feel like it's more than worth it. Once I went iPhone, I pretty much never went back. So when it comes to trading on the go, functionality, charts, everything, definitely is going to be worth it for the iPhone over an Android type of device. Okay. Next up, like if you are that kind of person that you have a laptop, you have certain things, but at times the laptop is too big and bulky and heavy. It can't even fit inside your messenger bag at times, and you want to carry around something that's kind of like on the light side but still have the functionality of a laptop. You could definitely look into a Surface Pro. So Surface Pro is pretty much like a laptop based device. As you can see, it has a keyboard, a nice size screen. It's like, I think it's like a 12-inch screen, I think, or 11-inch screen. I can't really remember too much for the specs on this, but at the same time it has a 4 gig processor, which means that it's very quick for the size of it. No kind of major lag, honestly. But the thing about this, which is super cool, is that the resolution is so crisp on MT4. It's incredible. It's incredible. Probably one of the devices that I see MT4 look the best on, out of all honesty. And this device is like probably 4 or 5 years old, and it looks friggin' incredible compared to newer devices, even like on the iPad as well. Super clean resolution when it comes to MT4. Trading view, not too much, because when it comes to trading view, I do not like touchscreens. I feel like it should be like a fixed screen, just, you know, you can just look at it, not able to touch it, because if you could touch it, you can mess up the entire chart flow. But at the same time, if you're on the go and you want the function of a laptop, I feel like this is definitely the way to actually go, because it's light. You could carry it in like a little bag, and it's very, very functional. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that's gonna kill this is one thing that the iPad has that doesn't have, and that is the ability to have a SIM card on your device, right? So this right here is the iPad Pro 11-inch, and as you can see, also I have a stylus as well. The stylus is pretty cool because you don't need it to actually connect with anything as far as Bluetooth or anything like that. It just connects based off of you just turning it on, and it has the little the pen tip, so once you touch the screen, it pretty much can activate that way, which is pretty cool. So this right here is this one runs you maybe I think I paid like around $800 for this, compared to the Surface Pro, which ran me about $1,000 4 or 5 years ago, which you could actually find the Surface Pro now maybe around $500 or even $450 in 2020. So I mean, like that's definitely affordable for people that's trying to look for a laptop, because that's going to be better than a lot of laptops that you could find on the market today when it comes to the Windows platforms. Okay, but the iPad, it looks great on MT4, mainly because MT4 has a different platform compared to a phone. All right, it's tablet based, so the MT4 looks a bit different. It has a nice way on how they actually organize the charts versus you looking at your profit areas and your chart and your quotes. It has a very, very organized platform when it comes to MT4 using your iPad. And resolution wise, it's gonna look as clean as your Surface Pro. But the thing about this, it looks good on trading view as well. All right, the Surface Pro, not too much personally, because I feel like once again, you can touch the screen and whatnot, and also kind of throws it off as far as like how fine the candles are. It looks good on MT4, but not on trading view. But on trading view on this, it looks great, and MT4 on this, it looks great. It looks great on all platforms, like when it comes to charts. And the great thing about this, whenever you're on the go, like, you know, there's certain stresses that, you know, like there's no Wi-Fi here. You don't have to worry about it if you have an iPad Pro with the SIM card slot. So this right here has a SIM card slot, you have the Wi-Fi, and yeah, it's just awesome. But this is gonna run you like around $800 though. But it's more than worth it. Definitely, I feel like a tool that you could have in your backpack or your messenger bag, just if you're on the go and then you don't want to lug around a huge laptop. Okay, so huge laptops, I'm talking about huge as in 16 inches of screen. So this right here is my MacBook Pro 16-inch. This came out probably about 5-6 months ago maybe. Definitely the newest version since they stopped making the 15-inch. But definitely every single function that you need as far as MT4, trading view, anything trading related, this is definitely gonna be the major laptop that you have to actually grab. Like this is just a necessity, I feel like. It tops every Windows computer that I've seen so far. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that does not agree with that at all, but at the same time, like, I mean, I've been through so many laptops, and I feel like when it comes to the MacBook Pro, I've never been disappointed when it comes to like my day-to-day trading type of flow. I've never been disappointed chart-wise, MT4-wise. But the only thing with these is that you have to keep up to date when it comes to your version. As far as if you have 10.15.1 plus, you're not going to be able to run MT4 on your MacBook, which means that you have to downgrade the version to a lower software, which means that anything that I think is Mojave and El Capitan is kind of super old, but probably Mojave I feel like is the one to downgrade to. That's right under Catalina. But since Catalina, you were not able to actually get MT4 on your laptops or even on your iMacs, because I feel like I think it's the bits, the resolution that MT4 actually runs on actually fully changed up once they actually upgraded the versions to a point that it wasn't able to actually gain access to the MT4 platform anymore. So that was the struggle when it comes to using a Mac on MT4. MT4 on Mac. But once you pretty much understand what you have to actually do to make it run, it should be good. All right. So I'm gonna also have a link somewhere in the description or something like that, so you could actually understand the step-by-step process to actually downgrading your laptop or your iMac if you ever upgraded it to Catalina. But it's a very easy process. You would have to have a flash drive as well to actually put the older software on, so that whenever you get to the boot screen, you can actually boot that software up through the flash drive. So you have to get that. So that's the headache with the MacBook, but at the same time, it's more than worth it. Okay. And behind me, I have my workhorse. This right here is a custom Windows PC. As you can see, like I have the colors, I have the glass, I have the widescreen, all that stuff that pretty much every trader actually wants. And this was only costing me around, I think, $4,800, and it's probably 3 times as powerful compared to my iMac Pro. All right, and that shit is incredible. So like, you're saving a lot of money when it comes to hooking up one of these. But I mean, I've been a Mac head for so long, but when it came to actually customizing my own PC, I was freaking mind blown by the capabilities of it. So this right here looks great when it comes to MT4. Only MT4. TradingView, not too much. I feel like, the way how the software actually just runs it, like it looks very blocky and that kind of stuff. It doesn't have that fine, smooth resolution like how you would have coming on a MacBook or like an Apple product. So like, that's the only thing lagging when it comes to Windows. Any Windows PC, I've never seen TradingView look good. So I would only go to my Macs like when it comes to running TradingView a lot of times. Like, that's the only thing. If it's not a Surface Pro, then it's not gonna look good when it comes to Windows. That's the weird thing, all right? TradingView looks good on certain platforms for some kind of reason. Okay, and last but not least is my iMac Pro. All right, as you can see, it's all black. This right here runs you $5,000 starting, and it's not as powerful as my Windows, but at the same time, it definitely looks great. I mean, the aesthetics is freaking incredible, and great camera, great speed, everything else. I upgraded it to 64 gigs of RAM as well. The same amount of gigs as my Windows here, but at the same time, I have to pay for this shit. Like, I have to pay a lot of money for this right here, and you don't get as much as you're getting on the Windows. But at the same time, it looks great on everything. MT4, TradingView, incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't ask for much more like when it comes to a fully functional trading machine right here. But I mean, it's gonna run you $5,000 though. All right, so that's pretty much all of the little techs that I use on a daily basis when it comes to like my trading life. You can definitely take advantage of all of these products right here. Like, it's more than capable of getting your profits to where you want to get it, as far as see the profits, close the profits, and reinvest somewhere else. But at the same time, like, I feel like over time you actually use certain kinds of devices and have different experiences that you're gonna actually be able to pick and choose which devices actually work best for you. So my go-tos for my daily life, I would probably say my iPad Pro, my MacBook, my iPhone, and my I'll probably go with my Windows PC for MT4. Honestly, looks great. It looks great, and I don't have to go on TradingView much here because it looks so good on MT4 here, which is incredible. So the reason why we actually go on TradingView at times is because TradingView looks better on MT4. But when it comes to the Windows, MT4 looks way better. Like, it looks beautiful. Okay. So thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Drop some comments as well. I definitely appreciate it. And yeah, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.